Why is Crystalised so hated? When this season was coming out, everyone was getting so hyped and excited for this season, and everyone seemed to love part 1, but once part 2 came out, a bunch of Ninjago YouTubers and fans on Twitter and Reddit started to hate on Crystalised, and some of them even think that this season is the worst season ever made. I mean, Hands of Time literally exists. Anyway, I am not one of those Crystalised haters. In fact, I am a Crystalised fan, so I'm not too sure why so many people dislike this season. Could it be the atrocious airing schedule? Or maybe the final few episodes made them dislike the entire season? I think almost all of us can agree that those episodes were not the best. Well, today we will find out exactly why people dislike this season by watching plenty of videos about Crystalised, looking at what people have been saying about it on social media, and finally seeing what they have to say. So the first thing I did was go on Reddit and search up Crystalised on the Ninjago subreddit, and I found some pretty interesting stuff there. The first post I found was from According Sugar, who asked people if they could rewrite Crystalised and what they would change about it. And in the comment section there were some responses such as they wish Lloyd didn't like Hirumi again, and some even wanted to see Hirumi completely gone from the entire season. And I get that, because in Ninjago we have seen way too many fake out deaths and characters coming back, and with Lloyd liking Hirumi still doesn't really make sense, since she only pretended to like him in Sons of Garmadon to use him to get the Mask of Hatred. Some other people have said that Wu or Garmadon should have died while fighting the Overlord, which I completely agree with, but that doesn't mean that the season is bad, does it? Anyway, pretty much everyone else said the same sort of stuff, and also that they wish that Lloyd actually used his Oni powers, which I also 100% agree with, since they did use up a lot of time in the show and built it up so much just for it not to be significant at all. And I did scroll on Reddit for a bit longer, but I didn't find too much new information, except that the Ninjago City takeover is similar to the one in Season 2, which I get, and a few people really didn't like how no one died, but Tommy Andreasen did say why he didn't kill anyone off, and I respect his choice for not doing so. But since I couldn't really find too much information, I decided to ask Reddit and also my YouTube community tab why they hated Crystalised. Oh, and also don't ask about my Reddit username. So while I was waiting for a response, I decided to watch some YouTube videos to find even more reasons why people hate Ninjago Crystalised. So after searching for a very long time, I managed to find 3 videos: Bendo Bricks, Lego Ninjago's biggest disappointment, Duck Bricks, Ninjago Crystalised a tragic mess, and Krusty783's who absolutely hates Crystalised with a passion, and he even got the US presidents involved as well. But the video I chose from him was why Ninjago Crystalised is the worst season of Ninjago. So yeah, now I have almost 5 hours of videos to watch, so that should be plenty of time for people to respond to my posts. Okay, so I just definitely finished all 3 videos in one sitting. It definitely didn't take me like a week to watch them all, but that's besides the point. Let's talk about what they didn't like about Crystalised. So, if I'm being honest, they all talked about pretty much the same thing, like Hirumi returning and getting redeemed, even though they think she didn't deserve it at all, Oni Lloyd or lack thereof Oni Lloyd, all of the fake out deaths, which to be fair, there were more than enough of those, Nia coming back and then getting her powers back, and also Nia being a damsel in distress before she even got her powers back, the rushed finale, and the many inconsistencies, like when Cole calls Queen Vanya a princess, which is a bit annoying, but it isn't a huge deal. There was also probably a bunch of other complaints that they made, but they were all the main ones and the ones that I remembered. Anyway, there was an alternate ending that the Ninjago team originally had for Crystalised, which we'll expand upon right after I look at the YouTube and Reddit responses. Okay, so not one single person commented on my YouTube post. Come on guys, why didn't you answer? You guys better answer next time. But luckily, a few people did respond to my Reddit post, so let's speedrun the responses. Consistent Minute 40 said it would have been a lot better if it had 10 episodes more, which I 100% agree with. NoFriends5860 said that the Crystal Council kind of just disappeared in part 2, which yeah, they actually did. I have nothing creative said that Lloyd was kind of racist towards the Onis when he was saying that all Onis are bad, when of course we know that isn't true at all, when Mistaki is an Oni, and those were just the main complaints. So yeah, that's what everyone hates about Crystalised, and now I'm starting to understand why people hate it, but I still think that some of them are a bit harsh though. But of course everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but as I was saying before, Tommy and Jason and the team originally had plans for Lloyd to actually use his Oni powers to defeat the Overlord and then eventually taking over the Crystal King's throne. And then Nia would have come back in a water form and got Lloyd back to his normal self, which honestly would have fixed so many of people's complaints, and it would have just been an overall better finale. But that's enough negativity. Click here to watch a video about a season that people actually like. See you later, be Ninja.